back to another live video, guys. I am so cold right now. It's absolutely freezing. When I left my house it was nice and warm, but now I'm freezing. um Guys, I wanted to go live earlier, but I was with a friend. It was unplanned. We bumped into each other and they were going shopping, so I was like, okay, I'll tag along, I'll help you pick an outfit. So I pretty much did that. I helped him find an outfit, right? And now I'm cold, right? I really wanted to go live. I was in Tesco and I was like, oh, I was thinking, I miss you guys. I want to do a live video in Tesco, but yeah, now it's really cold, guys. I'm heading back home. I was going to shop some more. Thank you so much for the like. I was going to shop some more, but I'm trying to not spend any money, guys. Had a beautiful conversation with a lady today. I told her that I'm going on a trip. Hi, but it's Friday. Yeah, Friday you can, there's a cut-off point with birth, so Friday you can go shopping, but when it's sundown you can't. But obviously I'm still trying to get better at, thank you AP, I'm still trying to get better at cyber. Thank you. I'm wearing my beautiful dress today, right? Because suddenly it was really hot today and I was like, damn it, I wanted to wear my shorts but I needed to iron them and I didn't have no time because I needed to get to the shop before 7 o'clock because it was closing at 7 and I'm like 30 minutes away by walk. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me just wear this dress. And I put it on. I was like, right, I don't care how my body looks in it, I don't care if there's any bulges, I have to wear this dress because I don't have time to be putting on outfits. It's my sorry, I got a lot of bags, so this is my bodycon dress, right? I got one in green as well. I got this same dress in khaki green. It's a beautiful dress. I rarely wear it though, but when I put it on I was like, I don't really like it because the khaki green one looks better on me, right? And I'm thinking, does the red look okay? But I'm wearing it anyway. And I was looking in the mirror in Tesco. I was with the guy though, not that guy, a different guy, right? This one's my friend, right? And I was like, damn it, man, I want to go on live to show you guys how I look with the mirror, but I couldn't even do that because he was with me, so I couldn't be rude and say, can you go now? I couldn't be rude. I couldn't even be rude. I have 6 people on here. Amy sounds fine to me. I have a little belly on me, but I'm not going to show you guys. I have a little belly. You could put a bed sheet on and you still, oh, April, that's so sweet. You make me feel good. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Yeah, so I was talking to the lady and I was dressing and I was telling her that I'm going to London, right? And she said, you will be fine, right? She said, you'll be fine. Because I am stressing about this, guys. I am stressing so much. She said, you'll be fine because you got God with you. And I was like, thank you so much. Because I obviously stress way too much. Guys, I actually forgot what the title is of this video. I forgot what I put. Oh, Generation Curses. Guys, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so the title of this video, I do apologise anyone that actually watches this live, right? I'm going to get into the topic now, right? I'm so sorry. The heat is getting to my head. So the reason why I'm doing this topic is because I've done this topic before, guys, but you guys keep talking to me about Generation Curses. I'm getting a lot of questions about it. I'm getting a lot of questions about Generation Curses, so this is going to be... Thank you so much for the like. I have to shout because it's so loud here. I'm on the bridge. Yeah. You guys, this is going to be an updated version of Generation Curses. So it's going to be my current opinion, right? Obviously, my opinion of Generation Curses does not change, but I need to do an updated version. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you so much. So as you know, like what Luke said before, Luke said generational wealth. So you can get some generation like wealth, and there's some good things to it. You can get generational blessings. I can't speak because there's sweet in my mouth. 1 second. Hi Luke, how are you? You're number 2. You're number 2 fan. AP is number 1. Yeah, so with Generation Curses, for anybody that doesn't know what it is, Generation Curses is basically a curse in the family. One second, let me just run across this road because I don't trust it. So it's basically a curse in the family where everything goes wrong, right? There's a lot going wrong in the family. Someone gets married, divorce, right? And then everybody in the family keeps getting broken marriages, fatherless homes, a child that's always in prison. Poverty is actually generational curse. Prostitution in the family. That one child that keeps sleeping around, generation curse. The family not choosing God, that's a curse. Murder. Murder is a really interesting one. So with murder, if they've experienced like someone murdering their family member, they will then go on to murder somebody else as revenge. It's just this constant repetition of something, right? Yes, AP, drug addiction, that's another one. Yes, that's a really big, massive one. Drug addiction. Yes, they are a real thing. And the crazy thing is, if anybody hasn't watched my video, I posted it to my page. The devil has a predestined version of people's lives. So with me, I'm currently experiencing the generation curses where the men that are coming into my life are repeating the patterns of what the women in my family experience. And the reason why it's so hard when it comes to relationships is because women, for example, the women in my family are not going to sit me down and be like, Tanya, look, right? The men in my life were like this. They're not going to do that, right? So it's like I have to go through what they went through. Because with the devil, he's already conquered the family member, right? So he already knows what you're like because every family member is the same, right? Do you get what I'm trying to say, right? We are individual people, but when it comes to a family unit, and the devil knows how to tackle that, right? Because you got similar values. Everyone's trying to break that pattern, right? But they're not actually talking to each other about it. So it's easier to conquer it, right? And everyone's divided. Single mothers, generation curse. Witchcraft is another one when you got someone in the family doing witchcraft. Another big thing about generation curses is that this woman taught me, she said that it's always someone in the family that has to keep declaring it. So my cousin, when my auntie died, my cousin, right, her mom was alive, right? It wasn't her mom that died. So my cousin was in the house. Me and my siblings, we are not close to our aunties or cousins, right? So this is the first time most of us was in the room together. So my cousin, the evil one, I didn't realise that she was doing it at the time. I didn't know what was going on. Hi T! She actually, yes, I agree with you, AP, I need to take my time. My cousin actually said in the room, she said that this family won't come together, right? So I said to her, it won't with that attitude, but I didn't realise she was putting a curse on the family, right? I didn't know she was casting a spell, right? So she was like on some type of drug or something that she was saying all these things. She was drunk. I don't know what she took that day, right? And imagine we're at my auntie's house because my auntie's passed away, and she's off her face, right? But she's also declaring the spell, and then I didn't realise it was a spell because I didn't know about that, right? So please tell me why my brother and my cousin, right, they were teenagers at the time. They were, if they ever met, they were always together, right? The next time my cousin saw my brother, he didn't speak to him, right? Because she just declared the family won't come together. So she broke that connection, right? And the thing is, you don't know what family members are declaring what over the family, and then you just see things going wrong. You don't know what people are casting, is what I'm trying to say. How are you, T? Yes, AP, I agree. I need to turn my time when it comes to relationships because there's some serious curses out there. The sad thing is, people just think, oh, it's bad luck, or oh, that person's just a bad person. No! That person has a demon that's gone into them to work at your whole, to create a certain lifestyle for you. to continue the curse, right? I don't know if that makes sense, guys, right? It doesn't matter who you meet, right? If they're not strong in God, the curse will take them over, right? It will take them over. Rape is also a generation curse. So with things like rape, especially if it's females in your family, thank you so much. So like all the females in the family will get raped or some type of sexual abuse, right? It will happen to all of them. If you're having kids, just know what happens to you is going to happen to your kid unless you break that curse, right? I think most Caribbeans are here. Caribbean people, oh my gosh, they're so ignorant to the truth. You know, when you try and open their eyes, you tell them what's going on, they just go. This is what they do. Let me wait until the car goes past and I'm not shouting over this car. This is Caribbean people, they'll be like, Tell me I ain't lying. Tell me I ain't lying. When you try to talk to a Caribbean mom or one of the elderly people, like, they'll just be like, They do. Am I lying? They're literally so ignorant to the truth. It's unreal. You cannot talk to them about serious stuff like that. Hi Tim, what's up? You really like her in England? Not this again, Tim. Not this again. He said you don't look like anyone who anything. There's a person made innocence. You know what, Tim? If you was here, Tim, this bag, I would hit you. I would swing this bag. I would swing this bag at you, Tim. I really would. I really would, Tim. I'd swing the bag after you. Roll their eyes or kiss them. Trust me. You know. My auntie, right, rest her soul. God rest my auntie's soul, right. My cousin was in the room and she was saying how my cousin was saying how she's got this and this and this wrong with her, right, like mental illness. And my auntie tutted and she rolled her eyes. She was like, oh. She actually did. She went, oh. Oh my gosh. Telling a Caribbean person, right, that you've got depression, they would look at you like you're crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is going to be the most funniest video ever. I was meant to do a pre-warning. I'm so sorry for my subscriber. I am walking and talking. I was meant to do that in the beginning of the video, but I completely forgot. I need another mint sweet. Yeah, generation curses are a real thing, and the best way to break generation curses is if you come to God, right? And you find that most of these family members are not coming to God, right? Depressed about what? Oh my gosh, I can't. I actually can't. I lost one of my Mentos sweets, a big pack as well. Oh, I forgot to buy the Mentos sweets in Tesco. Oh my gosh. You know what it is? I wasn't on my own shopping. If I was on my own shopping, I would have remembered. Yeah, they're just so ignorant to the truth. It's unreal. You can't talk to them. You really can't talk to Caribbean parents. But obviously, they have to be like that to continue the curse. This is what people don't understand. Like, people's reactions is that way, so the curse continues. So they're being controlled, right? They're being controlled by some type of spirit or demon. Someone's having a road war. It's a road rage, isn't it? You know, when people start swearing at each other, like people not want at each other swearing in the car. Oh my gosh. Yeah, stuck in their ways, but it's a curse. It's like There's just so much going on in the Caribbean culture. Now that Caribbeans are like in Western countries, right? They're starting to shift. They're starting to change their ways. Esteban said too, stop being a punk bro. I actually love Esteban. Have respect for the woman, dude. You're a grown man. Oh, thank you, Esteban. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the like, guys. I appreciate that, Esteban. It's so annoying. It's so annoying to be on here. You're trying to talk to people and you just get like someone coming at you for no reason. I have not done anything wrong to Tim, guys. I haven't done anything wrong to him. He just switched on me. I'm laughing at AP's comment. I feel like a bully for laughing at Tim, but at the same time, he's the one that's brought this on himself. And I feel toxic for saying that. But come on, Tim. Like, leave me alone. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you for the hearts, right? Yeah, so generation curses are real. So let's dive into them a bit more, right? No, I can't. You guys are actually making me laugh. I feel bad for laughing though, because I feel like, does it look bad on me for laughing? But he's really trying me today, guys. Mental evaluation. Oh my gosh, Tim is back, guys. Hi, is it Theatre Kid? Hello, how are you? Oh, Tim. Tim said AP and you getting married soon. You're literally speaking that into existence, Tim. You know when you're speaking about something, it actually happens. Hi, Jack Wilford, how are you? I'm wondering if I survive so I don't get run over. Tim would love that. I'm glad that you're well and Theatre Kid. I'm good. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Hi, Ibrahim, how are you? Guys, there was this man staring at me in the car. A black guy was like bucking his neck. He's like this at me, so I had to smile at him because I didn't know he was looking at me. I'm glad that you're good, Jack. Oh, Estefan, look. You remember I was telling you that, look, this is the road I'm talking about, look. It's like a path here, right, and you got cars going over side. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's called, isn't that called a dual carriageway, guys? That's what I was trying to tell you, Estefan. It's one of those roads. 1 second, guys, I'm going to cross the road. Oh, thank you, Alison, for subscribing. If it comes up on my notifications, I will subscribe back to you. Tim said it will happen. You marry him. True love never dies. Tim, really. Guys, look at the sky. 1 second. It's so beautiful. Look at that, guys. Look at the sky. So beautiful. AP said he's not going to respond, so maybe I should do the same. No, I have to still respond, guys. That's my rule. I have to still respond to you guys. Thank you, Alison. If it comes up with my notifications, I will definitely subscribe back to you. Esteban said Tim will leave soon. I actually said a prayer for Tim that day when AP told me to. I actually prayed for Tim. I actually prayed for Tim. Oh, yeah, AP's got a rule. He's only getting married once he buys his house. It's kind of like sad because it's like the cat. He's looking at me, guys. Look, the little cat. Oh, let me show you. The cat. Look, the cat is looking at me. Look at the eyes, like staring at me, guys. Look. She's like, you on live again? She's looking at me still, or he, whatever. I don't know what gender. Yeah. The cat's staring me at, bro. Yeah, so as I was trying to say, I said it's kind of like when Tim is doing this, it's kind of like an attack on AP as well. So it's not nice, Tim, that you're doing that. You're attacking AP for no reason. Like, if you want to get me, just get me. Don't bring other people into it. Tim said, Tim, just go away. Go away, Tim. She's laughing. This is meant to be an actual video. This is meant to be an actual video, right? Talking about generation curses, and Tim is making it about himself again. AP said the last time he's responding. I don't think that's going to be your last time, AP. Oh my god, guys, I need to get home. The guy in the car was like, I was like, yeah, so let's get back into the generation curses, guys. So, as I said, with the generation curses, you always get like one person declaring it over the family. So listen to what family members say, because they start casting, is it pearls at people? Guys, what does it mean when Jesus said don't cast the pearls on swine? Why am I linking it to that? Yeah, so some people that believe in God, they understand the curses, like Noah cursed Ham. I had a family member curse me. They said that I'll never be a mom. So that's actually a curse. So they just put a curse on me saying that I won't be a mom. Okay, so that means I won't have a child. So that's a curse, guys. That's how curses work, right? When they say things, they speak over your life, that's a curse, right? It actually hurts to even share that with you guys, because the fact that somebody could speak that over my life is bad. I didn't realise it was a curse. I told my dad and he was like, they just cursed you. And I was like, wow, really? And he was like, yeah. Infertility, when women can't get pregnant, that's also a generation curse. You probably always get like, I've got like in my family actually, we've got we always get like one person that can't have kids. That's the common one. So infertility problems. Sin is the reason for generation curses. Sin is the big main reason. Domestic abuse is also generation curses as well. That's in my family, where the men always hit the women. So I've always been like very cautious about the men I pick. I'm like, I don't want to get hit. But you don't know if they're going to hit you right until you actually move in with them, or if you have a proper solid relationship with them. So because I haven't had that extended amount of time with a guy to know if they're going to be abusive to me, I don't know if that's going to hit me. So I'm very scared about relationships. Yeah, it's quite scary because the devil's got a queue of these people. The devil's got a queue of these people lined up waiting for you. That's how bad it is. That's really how bad it is, guys. I'm going to read the comments in a bit. You know, because it's him, right? Because it's him, I forgot that I was actually cold, guys. It's actually cold here in the UK right now. I'm actually freezing. And because it's him, I forgot that I was cold. Maybe it's... I could have crossed. 1 second, I'm trying to cross this road, guys. I'll read the comments in a bit, guys. I'm just trying to get off this road. Okay. Because I'm getting guys checking me out because I'm wearing an actual skin tight dress. And it's red. But I'm covered up, guys. I'm covered up. Like my bag is covering everything. I haven't got everything on show, guys. But I'm still getting eyes at me. You see them in the car, so I'm just like, oh, I need to get home. I need to get home. There's something about a red dress that attracts attention. That's what it is. The devil in a red dress. I don't know why that just came to me. Devil in a red dress. Wait, there's a lot of comments here. Tim's teasing me with someone else again. I don't know who. I'll read the comments in a bit, guys. I hate walking down this road now because this is where the mouse was running, guys. So I'm gonna walk in the road and I'm gonna run across the road because I'm just scared some horrible insect is gonna run out on me. Well, it's not an insect, you know what I mean. People can see me running in the road. People can actually see me running in the road, guys. Right, there's loads of comments. I'm so sorry. Hey, eat and sleep. How are you? Um. Oh, poor Amy loves her so much. I'm a Christian. I go to church. Well, behave like that then, Tim. Behave like that. Come on, you're meant to be a representative. Maybe said Tim, you're jealous. I knew that was not going to be the last time you wrote to him. He meant don't preach what is sacred to dogs. Oh, thanks, Estefan. Being filthy, people who won't appreciate. Oh, I get you. I'm really sorry you're going through that. I don't even remember what I said to you, Tim, when you said I'm really sorry you're going through that. It's strange to get an apology from you, Tim. Tanya loves M said A forever. Who's M said A? This woman is trying to get her life together and you're spreading negativity and making fun of it. Thank you, Estefan. Estefan knows I'm literally trying to get my life together. I'm going through so much, guys. I'm going through a lot of bad things. I was even, I don't like to share like how I'm truly feeling with some people because some people thrive on that, but yeah, I am going through it and I'm pushing through it every single day, and I'm still even trying to do YouTube videos for you guys. Even the darkness video, I was in darkness as I was doing that video and I have to still do it. I have to push through because I know that there's someone that needs to hear the word. So thank you for that, Estefan. Bullying is not a Christian behavior, but that's true, Estefan. Satan does that. I don't approve. Yeah. Thank you, Estefan. Yeah, the woman in red. Hi, eat and sleep. How are you? Right, Tim, you're going on timeout now. Okay, you're going on timeout because, 1 second. Let me just put Tim on timeout because it's not even funny now. You're going on timeout for 10 minutes. See you, Tim. See, Tim is on. Tim is on timeout for 10 minutes. So all of Tim's messages are deleted. I don't know if that reappears after 10 minutes. I don't know. Amy said farewell, Tim. Yeah, literally. You know what? I wasn't even going to put him on timeout, but the fact that he was like, oh, do you want a medal? Like, come on. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Like, how rude, Tim. So guys, we're gonna get some peace and quiet now because Tim is on timeout. Yeah, so let's get back to the topic. Let's go back to the topic. Yes, as I was talking about generation curses, right? So let's get back onto it now without Tim disturbing us. 1 second, guys, I'm crossing the road. I look easy to draw. Well, draw me then. Hi, Michael. How are you? I can draw, guys. Did you know? I'm very good at drawing. I'm very good at drawing. I was only good because my mum was good at drawing. So, because I knew she was good at it, I believed that I could be good at it. So I would practice my drawing a lot. And she would praise me. And then when she'd praise me, I'd get even better. When you encourage a child, right, that's when they excel at stuff. If you put positivity into a child, they get better at stuff. 1 second, guys. Michael is definitely Tim on another account. It's Tim. Yeah, it's definitely Tim. Michael's like, who the hell is Tim? Oh my gosh, guys, this is actually funny. Tim is someone I put on timeout, so everyone's predicting that you're Tim because you've just popped out of nowhere. But yeah, take no notice. Take no notice. It's actually a bit of humour. Okay, if you say so. Guys, where's Sky Eye? Thank you so much for the like, guys. I can't believe this video is meant to be about generation curses and it's gone off topic. I can't believe this. Yeah, so back to generation curses, right? So, poverty is one of the main reasons why, one of the big signs a family is under attack when you see them all in poverty. Families are supposed to pull together, they're supposed to unite together, build together, right? And when you see them all, a lot of chaos, destruction, they're all fighting each other, they're not actually building. But the more chaos they have, the more they're in poverty. And police love that. They love to see people in chaos because it keeps them in a job, right? It keeps them in a job. Police will be fully aware of which families are in generation curses as well, because you always get that family in each family, right? They always have to call the police, right? So the police is always involved. Yeah, so with my aunties, each one has the police, at least in each one of their families, right? They've had the police involved in their lives. And I don't mean arrested, I mean when you have to call the police about something, right? That's always a telltale sign. So police are very well, if they're spiritual, they'll know which families are part of the generation curses. Definitely, is that really chaotic? Think of Jeremy Kyle. If you're in the UK, think of a Jeremy Kyle family. It's pretty much like that. Maybe the name is Tim. Get me right. Wait, AP the name is Tim. Wait, why is he? That is Tim. How can we say get it right? If I'm confused. Right, so Michael, the topic is about generation curses. If you're not familiar with it, just stay around and you'll hear more about it. But you always see a family in poverty, families not functioning right, fatherless homes. It's the same patterns. Divorce, things like divorce is very common. Cheating is another sign as well. They can't choose the right partners. There's a lot of things going on in generation curses. Guys, if you have any questions about generation curses, like, please ask. To break them though, you have to go to God to break that. It would be so much easier if all family members came to God, because then you're under his protection, and then Satan can't trouble you guys. Hello. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Let's go. Yeah. Oh, so Michael said I'm not Tim. AP said infidelities. Yes. Do you think, no offence, the benefit system also has a lot to play in the subject? A good point, Michael. Do you think, so do you believe, I mean, I only called you AP, do you believe that sometimes some people are just poor? Is that what you're saying? Do you believe that? Like, some people are just, because the thing is, like, there's a lot of blockages in certain families. Boys usually get suppressed. You usually see, like, in some families that the curse is placed on the oldest boy and they get attacked more, right? So you always have that one boy child that's not doing anything with their life. That's very common. It's getting really cold, guys. Oh, thank you so much for like. I'm just going out the road. The car is coming. Oh, it's so cold, guys. It's absolutely freezing. There's a taxi. Yeah, so with what I need to explain to you guys with generation curses, it's not like just one family. It's every time a new generation comes, it's the same pattern, right? It's the same thing. Also, another point to add as well with generation curses as well. Hello. Another thing to add as well with things like generation curses, sickness in the family. when there's a sickness that doctors can't even identify, right? What people don't understand, when things are spiritual, even the doctors can't find a cure for it. They can't identify what it is that you complain about. That's when you know it's a curse. So you always see like family members in each generation having the same sickness, and it keeps repeating in the family. That's generation curse as well. So sickness in their health. Um, I know a lot of mothers that rely on the benefit system on single parenthood. Yeah, that's still generation curses because the father's been taken out. But we'll go into that in a minute. When someone ain't doing nothing with their life, that's down to them being lazy. Look at cat, guys. The cat's coming. That's the well behaved one, guys. Because she knows me. 1 second. Let me just put this live on mute. Sorry about that, guys. Right, I'm going to go in the garden. Because my clothes are still on the line. I need to take them off the line. Um, guys, I will read your comments in a bit. Bear with me. I was. She loves the cat. That's the reason. When someone ain't doing it for their life, that's down to them being lazy. Life is what you make it. No one wants to work with responsibility. It repeats in the family because no father sticks around. We have to break the curse and cycle respectfully. Young males without a father will fall into the same cycle of behaviours. Oh, Michael's got it. Should I put my stuff here? I need to go to the toilet, guys. Bear with me. I'll probably put the camera there. 1 sec. If I put my camera here, guys, I need a tripod. I need a tripod. Guys, give me like 2 minutes. Young males without. Okay, that was Michael's comment. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I actually can feel a raindrop, guys. I'm gonna put my phone here because I don't want my phone to get wet. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see if I can. Hello, latest. How are you? Agree, young men especially need guidance and direction. They don't receive that though. I don't think you've ever gone live on a Friday, Tanya. Do you know what? I don't know if I have. I'm not sure. Marcus said I thought I was blocked for a moment then. No, you haven't been blocked. Is Tom on time? Yes, Tom is on time up for 10 minutes. He might be back, guys, because I don't know. Maybe 10 minutes is up now. Um, maybe 10 minutes is up. I will get back to the comments, guys. Like the comments that you guys have left. 1 second. If I put my camera here. Sorry, guys. I don't know if that's going to stay. Right, okay. I think that's okay. Right, 1 sec. I'll put it here. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's a bit weird. I'll put it here. Maybe, I don't know. No, I didn't have a quick poo, no. I don't think anyone can have a quick poo. I don't know why I even said that. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Michael was talking about I know a lot of mothers that rely on the benefit system on single parenthood. So do you think, no offence, the benefit system also has a lot to play on the subject? I know a lot of mothers that rely or benefit from the system on single parenthood. No one wants to work or take responsibility. It repeats in the family because no father sticks around respectfully. Young males without a father will fall into the same cycle of behaviours. Thought I was okay. So in terms of like, are you finished? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Right, so guys, in terms of benefit system, right, with families that are in poverty, right, so the system actually helps women in that situation. So if a woman has a child, there is some type of benefit, right. In terms of curses, let's be honest, if you see a family member in poverty, your instinct is to try and better your life so you don't repeat that pattern. So with things like young pregnancy, right, when women get pregnant in their teens, when they have a child, the child repeats that pattern. So it's with generation curses, it's when you don't want your life to go that way, but it's going that way. So it's like someone's pulling your arm to the other side when you want to stick to a certain path in life, right? If a woman is a single parent, she has no choice but to rely on benefits. I don't think it's their fault, bro. It's a choice who she gets pregnant with. No, 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 no. In terms of pregnancy, some women don't have that choice. It sounds really weird, especially if it's rape. If rape is involved, that is not a woman's fault. T said, Tanya, we can't see the future. Sometimes with pregnancy, a man does change after a woman is pregnant. We don't have that full control, guys. So in terms of like the benefit system, guys, it's poverty again. It's fatherless homes. As AP said, it's not really the woman's fault. But when you see the next generation live in the same pattern, that's when you know it's a curse, right? So the same thing is happening, and you do see that in a lot of families, especially if they've had young pregnancy. You do see that child then going on to have kids and they're living on benefits, right? Sometimes the system it like enables these curses to continue. So I can't blame the system, because obviously if you want to get out of poverty, you're meant to work hard. But as I said, with the curses, it drags your life to go that way. So there's a lot of blockages in the family to continue the curse, right? There's sometimes some people go into care systems and they're in a poor family. They come from a poor family background, but then they live with a rich family, but they still end up in poverty, right? So it's usually a curse. Um, so it's like your life is predestined. And obviously, if a woman gets pregnant, right, with a curse, if there's a certain type of man that Satan keeps sending into the family, is already embedded into that family. So Satan already, when that child is born, Satan already knows which man he's going to give that child when she grows up, right? So it's the same partners, it's the same manipulation, the same tactics. It's really complex to explain. Like I said, it's not about benefits, it's about people abusing it. That's what I meant. You're looking at it from a very political point of view. Um, Obviously, if a woman is on benefits and she's had a child with a man, isn't the man's job to provide for the child? So how is it? How is she abusing it? Husband not take care of. Yeah, IP's just literally saying what I've just said. The cat is in the garden. It's funny how they meet you everywhere you go. Most parents not care their responsibility with their children. Let's be real. Um, when you choose to sleep with a man with no job, etc. Sometimes some men with jobs don't take responsibility of their children. No, you can't say with no job. I understand. I understand what Michael is saying. Though I do understand what you're trying to say, but in terms of generation curses, right? It doesn't even matter about that. It's about the fact that the curse is enabling that man to be away from that family home, and then the woman is left to fend for herself. It's not all single mothers is part of a generation curse. So some women are single either by choice. Everyone has their own individual choices, right? So just so you guys know that I don't want people to think, oh, she's a single mother, it's a generation curse. You won't find a respectful man in one night in a nightclub. It's not about that. You can know a man for years, or a man can know a woman for years. It doesn't mean they're going to be a decent person. It doesn't matter how long you know someone. You don't know what they're like inside, right? Especially the best way to know somebody is when you live with them, right? You can know if someone's a bit crazy or whatever when you live with them. Um, the men with jobs are probably the worst when it comes to looking after children. Yeah, that's true, AP. That is actually true. 1 second, guys. Yeah, so with generation curses, as I said, Satan predestines a lot of things to be repeated throughout the families, right? Um, so as I said, like obviously poverty is one of the main things. So um, you'll see poverty in a lot of black households. Poverty is one of the main generation curses, guys, especially in black family households, because there's a lot of curses. Um, you know, um, the system does work against black families too, as well. Um, but even like you see, if you see a black woman and they have children, or if she has a man, unfortunately she doesn't make the right choices in terms of partners. um yeah, poverty, a lot of crime. If anybody knows the singer Jamelia from the UK, she was doing an interview and she said how when she started becoming a singer when she was 16, her brothers started to get into trouble with the police and stuff and gangs. but she didn't know much about it when she was like entering into the whole fame. And then slowly she started to realize that her brothers' lives were going downhill, so they started to go into prison a lot. um I respect that, Tanya, but in this day and age, no offense. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put my washing in the house. Give me 1 second. What are you doing? What do you want? You think you're coming in? Come in. Charlotte, this is here. Yeah, she's gonna wanna come in. She's opening the door, mate. What do I do? Oh no. Yeah, can't you come in? Don't get the kitchen. An interview with this guy. I forgot his name. It's such a good interview. Background and everything. Right, now, guys, I can properly speak to you guys about these generation curses. Let me go back to the comments. I know AP was saying some stuff as well. Right, let me see. Right, so AP said, right, let's go through these comments. So AP said, when someone ain't doing nothing with their life, that's down to them being lazy. Life is what you make it. I want to say yes and no, because I understand with the curses that if someone's placed something on somebody, there'll be a lot of strongholds over them that they can't break out of it, right? When you guys have to understand with a curse, if something's already been spoken over you, right, you'll fall into it. It's a spell, right? Let me see. So Michael was talking a lot about the benefits, and the benefit system is there to obviously help people that are struggling on low income families, right? And there's like from that moment onwards, right, when that woman that is struggling and she has children, right, when those children grow up, they are meant to better their lives, right? That's the whole point. When you see yourself struggling, you thinking, you know what, I want to do better. And obviously the mom is pushing for that as well. When you see families not striving to better their lives, that's when you know they're under some kind of attack. So do you see the difference? So you see the next generation is supposed to, in a family where there's no improvements, there's a lot of stagnancy, that's when you know there's a lot of curses at play. So we can look at the system, but I'm looking at the generations that's coming, and it's the same thing every single time, the same pattern repeating. Michael said, I know a lot of mothers that rely or benefit on the system and single parenthood. They've got no choice though. AP said, when someone ain't doing nothing with their life, that's down to them being lazy. Life is what you make it. When you speak to people that are struggling like that, mentally, you know that they're under some type of spiritual attack, and it's tough. It's very tough. People sometimes these spiritual attacks are actually witchcraft, where someone is envious of a family member, or another family is envious of that family member, and they put a spell over that family, and it keeps repeating. Even when that person they put a spell on has died, it follows their generations. You get it? So sometimes a curse could be following from someone that's put a curse on your great grandfather or your great great grandmother. This is what I'm getting at. And then they don't take the curse off, they die, and they leave that curse on your family. No one wants to work or take responsibility. Again, if it's a curse, it's really complex to explain it. If it's a curse, there may be a strong reason why no one is doing that. It could be a lot of victim mentality. Again, we don't know how Satan is planting this onto people. It's easy to just blame these people, but if they don't know what's going on, how can they break it? It repeats in the family because no father sticks around. Again, you know, in terms of fathers, it's a really complex. Every situation is very unique, and you might see a daughter thinking, "I'm going to choose a better father," and then she does everything she can, but she can't keep the man around. Again, that's a curse. AP said we have to break the curse and cycle. I agree. It has to be broken through God. God is the only one that can break these curses. Young males without a father will fall into the same cycle of behaviours. Sometimes you do see families that are under curse where you get that one family member that actually does better than all of them, and then the family's like a crab in a bucket trying to drag that one down. They're trying to belittle them and say, why are you doing this, why are you doing that? They're trying to pull them back down into the curse, right? Especially need guidance and direction. I find that a lot of people ain't getting direction or guidance and direction. I find that a lot of people don't. Yeah, guys, I don't usually do a live on Fridays, I don't think, or Saturday. It's very rare you see me doing lives. If a woman is single parent, she has no choice but to rely on benefits and everything so forth is the choice she gets pregnant with. So in terms of like women, the choice with when it's a curse, right? As I said, it's already predestined, right? So they will become attracted to certain partners to repeat the curse, and they don't realize it, and it always ends up being crappy partners. There's a lot going on in play. There's a lot of manipulation. The devil has already mastered how to capture the women in the family, right? So he'll use the same tactic on the new person, the new victim, right? He'll know how to do it because, as I said, mothers are not sitting down their daughters and saying, look, this is how I ended up falling in love with your father or whatever. They're not talking about these things. It's like when, sorry about that, guys, I disconnected. Christina Aguilera, she's got a song called Infatuation, right? I used to always listen to that song, and in the song her mother is telling her to fall in love with what's what is her mom tells her what the guy says, I'm full blood Barico. What does that mean? I'm guessing it's a Latino man. So her mother fell in love with a Latino man and she's telling her not to fall in love with one. However, Christina Aguilera is saying how she falls in love with his big brown eyes. So even though the mom is telling her, when you know it's a curse, the mom is still telling her not to do it, but she still does it. That's what a curse is like. It's like you're telling your child, please don't do this, it happened to me, and they still go ahead and do it. That's when you see the repetition. Hi T, how are you? You said Tanya. Just about to see the future. It's about not about benefits, it's about people abusing it. That's what I meant. Most men don't take care of their responsibility of children. Let's be real. What's the abuse of benefits, bro? When you choose to sit with a man with no job, is that true? A man with a job will take care of their child. You won't find us for money one night in the nightclub. The member of jobs are probably the worst when it comes to looking after children. Your poverty, crime. Yeah, that's a good point. Quite an insect crawl on me, guys. Oh. I actually found it. It's a small one. What are you doing there? These insects are crazy, guys. Yeah, so Jamila, her interview was very, very good at, you could see the generational curses. She's no longer talking to her parents as well. They're quite stubborn. The parents are quite stubborn. In the UK, racism does not exist in your circumstances, in my opinion. What do you mean racism? Because I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about like in black family households. Because as an African person, you hear about in the news. I'm not very educated when it comes to African families. Hi Arlo, how are you? T, thank you so much for calling me beautiful. Thank you for being back. Arlo, I subscribed after leave. Sorry, really great talking to you. It's good talking to you too, Michael. Definitely, if you come up on my notifications, I will subscribe back to you. Let me read out the top fans. Sorry guys, I am so sorry about the delay. It took me ages to get back to you guys. Number 1 is Alison Jane. Number 2 is Arlo. Number 3 is Tyler. Number 4 is Estefan. Number 5 is AP. Number 6 is MT. Number 7 is Jack Wilford. Number 8 is Tim. Number 9 is Play All Day. Number 10 is Latest. Number 11 is Ibrahim. And number 12 is Luke with a cycling bike picture. Yeah, I feel like I haven't covered this topic well, but to summarize, with generation curses, it's a repetition of patterns within the family. You know, these, it's the same. You know, when you see, as I explain it, trying to explain to you guys, if someone is in poverty and you see that you grew up in poverty, you try to break out of that. But generation curses is when you're still in it, regardless. You can't break out of it. All the names you read ain't in the chat. Literally, AP, they're not even in the chat anymore. They left. Probably like 5 minutes, no, not even more 5 minutes ago, probably like 1 hour ago. Probably about 1 hour ago, guys. But it's a repetition of patterns, and it seems like the family is trapped in it. And if you were to go back in their family tree from family members years and years and years back, you would see it's the same pattern, but in different ways, right? So for example, if you've got a family where it's always a divorce because the man always leaves, and then you get a woman thinking, okay, I'm going to choose a better partner, and she chooses a better partner, but she ends up being the one that divorces him. So it's always like a flip and reverse. It's like it's the same exact pattern. It's like when you try and break it, it crops up again in another way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So for example, if a child experiences rape, for example, and then I don't know, she experiences rape through going to a friend's house, right? She may grow up and say, look, I'm not going to make my child go to a sleepover, and then the child gets abused through, I don't know, a family member. Do you get my point? So it's like you try and learn from the errors, but it crops up in another way. That's when you know it's a generation curse, when you're literally trying to fight it, and Satan's like, listen, I'm gonna get you another way because I already have a backup plan. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up now because I do need to get back indoors. Let me just get my stuff now. Actually, it's really chilly outside. So yeah, breaking these patterns, people are always like, yeah, I'm gonna break it. It's like you see people choosing to not get into relationships because they don't want the same pattern repeating, but the curse is going to get you in a completely different way. It's one of those things. It's one of those things, guys. I'll just put my bag on. Oh god, it's going to keep cropping up in other ways, and people don't understand this. You can only break it through the power of the Almighty, because these things are curses, and God is the only one that can break curses, is the only one that can shift things in your family, is the only one that can bring blessings onto your family as well. So you can get generational blessings. You can get generational wealth as well, guys. Your family can be blessed with wealth. Some generational things are good, right? Not always bad. Just so you know that, guys. Relationships are great. It just has to be with the right person. But what is the right person, or AP? What is the right person? Because when you've got a generation curse placed on your family and you think you're choosing the right person. If you watch Jamila's interview, right, she was always trying to get better than her ex. And it just always seemed to be something. The guy that divorced her, she had a baby with him, right? And when she was pregnant with the baby, he was like, I'm leaving you. She goes, what do you mean you're leaving me? Because she had another child, right? And she got attached to him like he was her stepdad. And he's like, I'm leaving you. He just got up and left because she was a breadwinner of the family. So he didn't have to work. She was bringing in the income. My girl was bringing in the money. She was bringing in the money, and he left her, and she was heartbroken by it. She couldn't even do anything for herself. A child had to feed her and everything. She was so broken from it. But Jamila definitely under some generation curse. She made it as a singer, but she said that if she was to do her life again, she wouldn't have become a singer. She said she loved singing and everything, but she said the problems that arose in her family when she became famous, she would have preferred to be with her family, because when her brother got in trouble with the police, he would be put on the front page for being arrested. And she didn't like that because she said her job is to sing. But for some reason, because he was her brother, he can't be forgotten for what he's done, because it's Jamila's brother. So she couldn't have a separate life. It was always Jamila's brother. It was never he's arrested, it was always linked to her. Yeah, he didn't have to work. Jamila was when she was 16, she brought the income for her mom. She was earning more than her mom when she became a singer, and there was a bit of tension around that because she was bringing in the money. She could like buy train. She could buy whatever trainer she wanted. Yeah, she got a record deal at 16. It wasn't the brother's fault though, because what it was, there was no father around. You'd have to listen to the interview because it makes sense why it happened. And then he got groomed. The two brothers got groomed into gangs, in the area because they lived in Birmingham. They got groomed, and thank you for the hearts. They got groomed. So when that happened, she wasn't around, so she blamed herself. She said that if she wasn't a singer, she felt that she could have protected her brothers because she was always that protective one over them. And then when as she was becoming a singer, this was all going on behind the scenes and she never knew. I don't know if it was Burger Bar Boys. I wouldn't even know what gang it was, but they got groomed into the gang and yeah, they get in trouble all the time. They got kids and everything. Yeah, but the family is broken. Generation curse. Generation curse. I can't believe AP knows the Burger Bar Boys. Could you imagine if they come on my live and we're talking about them? Oh my gosh. I'm so hungry, guys. I'm so hungry. I do need to leave this live soon. But yeah, you do see, especially Caribbean families. It's not just exclusive to Caribbean families, but you do see these patterns repeated in families, and it's so dark and so depressing, guys. It's not good. Thank you for the hearts, guys. But you know, I feel like there's gonna still be some people that are still confused around what is a generation curse. Every family is different. It's not like, oh, if you got all these traits in your family, that's a generation curse. It doesn't work like that. Every family is different. But as I said, like the best way for me to identify generation curses myself is when I can look at all my cousins and how they're living, and I know that if I do this and I do that, I'll have that outcome, right? And you find that when you attract friends, right, that have similar lifestyles to you as well, that's when you know something strange is going on. This is not our world. This is Satan's world, right? You think I broke it down really well, AP? Because I felt like I was struggling at some point. I felt like I was struggling. I tried my best to break it down the best way I could. 1 second, guys. Yeah, it's very and you fell backwards, guys. It's very hard to explain it because the reason why to bring this topic back is because I get a lot of questions on generation curses, and I understand that it's a bit complex for some people, but just because a woman is a single mother, right? I'm not saying that all single mothers are in a generation curse. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when you see that kind of same pattern repeating is what I'm getting at. When you see like gosh, I need to crack my elbow. You see thank you AP for saying that. Thank you for saying I'm a natural late. When you see like that same outcome, that same repetition of something, and you're like, wait, why does this keep happening in the family, right? Why does it keep happening? I feel like cheating is a generational curse, like, especially when you always see that each family member keeps having like someone cheating on them. It's just too obvious. This is why people are so hell-bent on saying that people have to be with a godly person, and sometimes a godly person could be a demon as well. You have to be very careful. Not all Christians are holy. Some of them are very dynamic as well, and they are repeating patterns. They're helping the devil to repeat patterns. My heart goes out to all the single mothers, fathers, step up. Yeah, it's so true. I can't even answer why some fathers don't step up. Some women can be unbearable to be around, so I totally get that aspect, but it's all individual. Some men do run it, they leave. Again, generation curses, it's Satan has chosen that man because Satan knows that man is not going to commit. He knows it. Satan knows people, he knows who to pick, right? And it's sad. It's so sad that people don't realize that they're adding to more trauma to a family, right? It's very crazy what's going on in this world. It's very crazy, guys. if you were to sit down and analyze your family and be like, okay, yeah, I see this pattern amongst each, like if you got aunties or uncles and you see the kids and you see the same things repeating, you just know. Charlotte X-Men said it's the spirit realm. They don't understand things are being watched and all. Yes, 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 yes. That is very, very true. It's absolutely true. It's a good point what you're saying. They ain't gonna understand what's being watched or orchestrated. I can't say orchestrated. Yeah, that's very true. Sorry guys, I'm so hungry. AP makes me laugh. There's no excuse, fathers. Take care of your picnic. Let me pin that. There's really no excuse. Sometimes some people have loads of kids as well, so they can't be in every single household. So don't forget to visit RCF at the St Francis Centre, Birmingham, to name Sunday's mate and to listen to or buy that spiritual warfare book. Prepare for war. But thank you so much. Preparing for the New Jerusalem. Thank you for passing through as well. Thank you for coming back to my life. That's why I'm definitely making sure I get myself right, because I definitely want to be a generation curse breaker. Yes, amen to that. I'll be the one who has I can't speak because I've got my chocolate in my mouth. The successful marriage. Amen to that. Children ready for the work. Amen to that. There's no excuse. Oh, I'm reading AP's comment. So back to what the child of X-Men said, right? So Child of X-Men is saying, I definitely want to get myself right because I definitely want to be a generational curse breaker. So in terms of people that are breaking generation curses, they tend to have more stress on their life because they've got a lot of weight on them. So there's a lot of things that they need to break. 1 second, guys. Guys, I don't really do live around these times because my house is so busy. So I'm like constantly having to look to see if, because I'm like trying to shuffle into different rooms. I apologise, guys. So, people that are trying to break generational curses tend to be the black sheep of the family, or that if they're not the black sheep of the family, they tend to have a lot of weight on their shoulders because there's a lot of things for them to break, right? So the devil knows that this person is literally trying to break things, right? And this is where the devil starts showing up in your life more, right? And it becomes a big challenge. You have to be very strong. You have to have the armor of God on to conquer this. It will be so much easier if families all sat down, had a piece of paper and said, look, this is what happened in my life. This is the patterns I received. So you can know how to navigate it. But the best way to break it is through God. 1 second, guys. There's coming in here. Sure. Ivy. Ivy said Tanya's enjoying that chocolate bar. Don't make me laugh, AP. Do not make me laugh. You're so funny. I am so hungry, guys. I am so hungry. I need to make dinner soon. It's definitely different when you depend on your own strength, but when God's got your back, things that come your way don't seem scary. That's very true. It's wild. I've been the black sheep, not known this. Yeah, when you're the black sheep of the family, it's the family already know. Your family know that you're different. They know that you are seeing through the errors. I don't want to say the errors of the way, but they know you can see that something's not right with the family, right? They can see that. So you become the black sheep of the family because you're not in from a psychological point of view, right? Because I love psychology. If you're a black sheep of the family, you're placed as a black sheep because they know that you're too smart and you're seeing through the dysfunction of the family, right? So in a psychological point of view, it's classed as dysfunction. If you're in a family and you don't like the way something is and you address that, the normal thing for a family to do is to make changes to the family to suit everyone's needs, suit everyone's emotional well-being and their individual needs. That's what a family is meant to do. But when you get placed as a black sheep, the reason why you're placed as that in terms of psychology is because people don't want to change, right? So because you're upsetting them and you're trying to change the function of the family, you're now labeled as the black one, the black sheep. They just literally put you down as something negative, right? And then, usually from a psychological point of view, when you see families like this, it's usually narcissist families. But obviously I understand we can't keep labeling people as narcissists, but it's usually that kind of system. And from a psychological point of view, it doesn't sound so heavy, but when you speak about it in a spiritual way, it is really heavy. It's very complex. Amy said I want one now, but I'm on a diet. It's too bad I ate all of them. Well, I didn't eat all of them, but I ate the last one. I got them from Lidl. It's not that good as how it looks though. Let me see the comments. Oh man, chocolate. I'm so sorry, guys. I literally just grabbed the first thing I could get because I got to make my dinner in a bit. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner yet. That's me. I'm used to a family where everyone has their own views and not want to do better or be more family, or not wanting to be better or be more family oriented. Yeah, it's basically in psychology, in that aspect, it's classed as a dysfunctional family. So people would rather continue with dysfunction than change to be a better and healthy family. So healthy families usually sit together, they eat together, and they laugh together, grow together, they blossom together, they love each other. There's a lot of affection, support. You sit down and you talk to each other. In some of these families it's very divided, it's cold. Usually when families are divided, there's usually someone that's a leader in that dynamic. They're actually leading it, or like how you said, orchestrating it. They're actually saying, right, this is how it's going to be, because that's how you keep the curses going. If you distract the black sheep and you create the environment so it's chaotic, that black sheep is now distracted on the situation instead of actually building their own life. If that makes sense. So it actually hinders them. This is why it's so better to be like what AP said, just focus on yourself, build your own life, forget everyone else, just focus on you, do what you need to do, because we technically have to be here for ourselves sometimes. Obviously we're here for God, but we have to sometimes think, right, look, I'm here for me, I've got to do what I've got to do. Yes, AP, the family that prays together stays together. Let me read the comments again, because obviously I'm reading your comments, but I want to try and go into detail about it. I want to be the one that has a successful marriage. Definitely pray hard on that marriage, and even in the marriage you have to still keep praying. It's something you have to keep doing, because you're beating these demons out of it. You're beating these demons. You have to pray over your partner as well. Hopefully your partner has that mutual, sorry guys, I'm burping, that mutual understanding. Children turn on you, right? What people don't understand is when you have children, they will turn on you, right? I don't know if that's part of the curse, but children will become your own enemy. Children turn on you, especially when they grow up. They will turn on you. I think a lot of people don't realize that. People keep thinking they're going to get this perfect family. I don't believe perfect families exist all the time. Some people are very lucky to have that, right? They have an actual healthy, loving, thriving family, because they're not under some generation curse. They're under generational blessings. But the families that are under generation curses, you're going to get someone declaring it. Especially if you have a family, they start speaking over your family in a negative way, and you don't even know it's being said, right? If you're getting married to someone and then someone goes, oh, you don't even know if that partner will cheat on you. They're speaking it into existence. They're putting the curses on. And there's usually, if a family member is saying it, they're exposing what the curse is, right? So in my family, we're divided. And as I said, when my cousin declared, she said this family won't come together. She's exposing what one of the curses is, the fact that most of us don't talk to each other. So she divided it even further. Yeah. Tim actually didn't come back, guys. I think he went to bed. So Charter X-Men said it's definitely different when you depend on your own strength. So depending on your own strength is hard. But when God's got your back, things that come your way don't seem scary. Sometimes you have to isolate from some of these people because they will suck the blood out of your body. They will literally suck it out. They're not functioning like normal people. It's actually not healthy when you've got a family that having their own views. It's a bit toxic and dominating. And if they're not being family oriented, why are they actually in the family? You find the toxic ones usually stick around in families. Thank you for the hearts. The toxic ones are there to the very bitter end. They will stay in a family that's dysfunction because they don't want to see the good people get together. They don't want to see that. Words of power, yes, they are. They're very powerful. Life or death is in the power of the tongue. T said here till after midnight. Now that you said that, I do need to go, guys. I do need to go. I appreciate you guys contributing to my live. I'm gonna wrap this up. As you guys know, generation curses is a huge topic. People view it in different ways. Also, generation curses can make you sick. Stresses, trauma. If a woman has a baby, she breeds that trauma into the baby. Whatever negative feeling she's feeling, it goes into that child. You're carrying the trauma inside your body, the stress on your shoulders. It's a lot of weight going on. People get sick, and doctors can't diagnose it because it's actually a curse. There's a lot of things that doctors can't diagnose. If someone puts witchcraft on you, if someone puts a spell on you, doctors can't remove it. It depends what it is, but doctors will struggle to remove it because it's spiritual. Oh, thank you, AP. Do you know what? The khaki green one looks better. This one's okay, but I feel like it probably looks good on me, but I just can't see it. Thank you for saying that. It's actually meant to be like a evening dress, and I was like, you know what? I'll just put it on. I don't care. Thank you for the hearts. I don't have like anywhere to go and wear it, so I just thought I'll put it on. Remember the last time I wore this dress, right? Okay, not the last time, but I remember I wore it in Gran Canaria in the evening. I remember I wore this dress. Thank you for saying you like it, AP. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you for the hearts. I literally put this dress on because I didn't have time to iron my shorts. I was like, damn it, I can't even iron my denim shorts. So I was like, right. See, my denim shorts are not tight shorts. They're just literally baggy ones, right? And I was like, damn it, they would have been so good to wear. My racer back top, that would have been such a bum outfit. I would have worn. Guys, I don't know what was going on. Guys, I don't know what was going on with my internet. And I was like, please come back, please come back. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The signal is so bad. I don't know what is happening because I have my internet on, my Wi-Fi on. Thank you for the hearts. And I have my data on and it was still not connecting. I need this drink because I feel so thirsty. Like, it's so hot, guys. Yeah, so guys, it's a crazy world out here. We don't even know if we are adding to someone's curse, right? So we have to be very careful. We have to be godly, right? When you see things like Tim behaving the way that he is, he's being used by Satan, unfortunately. And I feel bad for talking about him when he's not here. But I don't need to be on here with someone attacking me. I have enough of it in real life. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, you know, we need to be careful. We're not adding more suffering to people's lives. You know, we don't want to get judged for it when we die. And then God is like, why did you add that to someone's life? You guys are so sweet. Yeah. So Tim knows that I don't like love games and he keeps coming on saying that I look like her. So Tim is literally trying to get a reaction out of me. He most definitely is. You ain't lying. Yeah, he's doing like Satan's work, and this is kind of like what I mean about this world. Like, people don't even understand. You know, even Estefan like knows my situation. Estefan's like, listen, bro. She doesn't need this right now, guys. I got fish fingers from Tesco. It's really cheap. See, I might have fish fingers tonight. Then I should have done. I should have brought a lazy meal. You know, my lazy meals, like when I buy like pizza or something like that. Yeah. I'm glad it's back now, Tim. I mean, why am I calling you Tim? Your name's T. It's because your name is T, and I literally said Tim. I'm still hungry, guys. I need to figure out what I'm gonna eat. Life is good when you've got God. When you've got God, your life is good, guys. It's good. He protects us. I understand not everyone on my life is a believer of God, and that's okay. That's okay. You're still welcome here. You're still welcome. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna biscuit. Yeah, does anybody have any questions on Generation Curses, guys? Sorry, guys. AP. Don't make Tim hear you say that. Don't make Tim hear you say that. 1 second, guys. That is nice, Tim. That's nice. You're actually enjoying it outside. That is a vibe. I actually like that. That's really nice. Protect your success, AP. Don't tell everyone. Just protect that. Sorry about the noise. I told you I can't do live in my house at a certain time. This is why I go on late, because so much is going. Oops, guys. There's a lot of people here, and I can't really do live, especially in the kitchen, because everyone's going to want to come in. So I'm going to wrap this video up now. You guys are so sweet, so supportive. I appreciate you guys, honestly. Like, when I do these topics, you guys, my topics are nothing without you guys. Like, if I do this discussion without you guys, it's not the same. Like, I love you guys because you guys contribute, you help me with these discussions. If you guys do have any suggestions or any topics that you want me to cover, thank you for the hearts. Let me know. I will cover that topic. AP, thank you for saying stay pretty. I'm going to try and make myself look really nice next week. I'm going to try and make myself look really nice. I need to sort myself out. I need to look really nice, right? I keep saying really nice. I need to try and look better than I do now. You guys are so sweet, though. Anyone that's watching and they feel affected by some of the comments when I said single mom and stuff like that, don't feel bad about your life. Like, sometimes being a single mom can't be helped, right? If you feel like there is a curse in your family and this is the first time you're hearing about it, just know that things can get better. There's people out there that have broken generation curses, guys. There's people that have been breaking patterns. Sometimes we have to be patient. The rest of your family members, they don't want to break it, right? They don't want to break it, and they want to stay in it. This is why people don't talk to family members, because they're angry. To just pray for them, pray over your family. When you're trying to break curses, you have to pray over your family, because if you're just praying for yourself, what's the point in that? Thank you for the hearts. You know, with poverty is laziness, right? So when you see families not even trying, they're not trying, that is a curse. That's a curse, because as I said, normally people will try and do better and get a better life than their childhood. Even if they're not achieving the success and not getting out of poverty, you should still see them trying, right? And when you see people not trying, it's a curse, right? A curse stops you. A curse is strong, guys, right? It's not a case of somebody just getting up and, sorting out their life. It doesn't work that way when it's a curse, right? When you see people attracting the same partners that their grandmother used to attract, it's a curse. And that man will know how to charm the woman because her grandmother got charmed the same way. It's a curse, guys. when a system works, when Satan already knows how something works, he knows, right? Let me tell you guys, right? Let me tell you this, right? I've identified one of the curses of my family. I get men, right, trying to say to me, let's have a baby, right? And they don't know me, right? And I feel like that's part of the curse where maybe the women in my family have had partners that say that to them and they're just like, oh, you know? So in my brain I'm thinking, is this a curse? Is this a curse? The devil knows how the women in my family are, so he's using the same tactics to get me, right? So it's crazy. And the thing is, the women in my family are not going to talk to me and be like, don't fall for that lie, don't fall for that lie. Remember the song Christina Aguilera, Infatuation? Her mum is literally telling her not to fall in love with that man. I wish I remember the song. I used to want me not to Latin lovers. She said I gave my heart too soon, and that's how I became your mother. She said I'm a money to forget. I'm not even yet. Sweet talk, don't win me over. I realized the big brown eyes can hypnotize when he said. So basically in the song she said, Mama told me not to fall in love with a Latin lover. She said, I gave my heart too soon, and that's how I became your mother. She said, hey, Mom, you seem to forget I'm not in love yet, but sweet talk don't win me over. But then I realised those big brown eyes can hypnotize when he said, I am from Puerto Rico with a tattoo on his arm. It tells me, Mommy, I need ya, and my heartbeat pumps so strong. So as you can see in that song, the curse is repeating. Obviously, this is not real life, but it relates to that. So Christina Aguilera's mom had a Latin lover, right? And she's saying to Christina Aguilera, be careful not to fall in love with this Latin lover because I gave my heart away too soon. And that's how I became your mother. And she said, oh, Mom, you seem to forget that I'm not in love yet. Sweet talk don't win me over. And then she realizes that his big brown eyes can hypnotize. And then he starts speaking to her. Smooth talks her over. And then, boom, the pattern's repeated because Satan knows that this whole sweet talk will win her over. So Satan will send the same kind of partners to your daughter or, you know, whatever, to repeat the patterns. It's real out here. It's a real battle out here. And, you know, the reason why that song is good is because her mother is warning her, right? When you see your parents warning you, they're preventing that pattern from repeating, guys. Like when I was growing up, my mom was so against smoking. She told me, she was like, listen, before you go to high school, right? She goes, look, she sat me down. She said, people will ask you if you want a cigarette. She said, tell them no. Tell them that you're not allowed to, right? I never smoked in my life, right? Please tell me why this guy was trying to give me a vape, right? He was giving it me for free. I was like, no, I don't smoke. He goes, here. I said, no, I don't smoke. I was always told by my mom to not smoke, so I can't take that. People would push it because the devil wants that pattern to repeat, right? If I drank alcohol, my mom was always saying, Tanya, no, don't drink too much. She would enforce that into my brain. So she's preventing alcoholism, like the drunkenness. She's trying to prevent that. So even if I got drunk, I would know that I can't be addicted to this because my mom. So she's preventing those patterns. Tim is back again. Tim, I thought you was in your bed sleeping. I thought you was in your bed sleeping. So let me read the comments. Hopefully we get to chat about Job. Yeah, definitely. AP said you already look nice. T said you look great now. Thank you, guys. Mwah. I'm affected about your beauty. Thank you so much, Child of X-Man. Need to set foot in the UK. AP said please don't. Let me see the comments. Child X-Men said that's wild. Marriage first. Yes. Beautiful and talented. Thank you so much. I wish I had it all. I really don't, but thank you. Sweet nothing's in your ear. Literally, AP. Are you talking about the song? I think Tim, just why? Just why? Tim, have you been on this live the whole time? I think you don't like her. Football shouldn't was it? So you cut. Do you see what I mean? Now Tim is now saying I'm cut. Tim, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I am not cursed. I am blessed by the Holy Spirit. Amen. Apis to say his name and he appears. Yeah, so guys, we're gonna leave this video. Thank you for the like. I wonder if it was Tim that liked my video. Tim, it's all love in the hood. Chad X-Men said, rebuke my man, don't need that energy. Literally, I rebuked it. Okay, guys. Listen, guys, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I wish that everyone breaks those curses. I know that curses can only be broken through God, right? It's the only way. We have to be vigilant, guys. I don't know, I hear the word stay vigilant. I'm sure that's in the Bible. Stay vigilant. Be sober-minded. Be careful. There's a lot of, I want to say, crocodiles out there. Thank you for the hearts. There's a lot of things going on out there and people don't know. I kind of wish I could be like those people that are actually happy and they don't know about spiritual warfare and stuff like that, and they have their little family together, their little kids, and their partner, and they're just literally happy. They're living in bliss. I kind of wish that I could just be living in that world. That's beautiful. But unfortunately, I see some things. I don't see everything that everyone sees, but I see some things, and I know that something ain't right about this world. Yes, all love here at Child X-Man. Tim likes you, he wants your attention so bad. Don't make Tim hear you say that. Oh my god, AP said I think Tim finds it hard to communicate to beautiful women. You guys are so funny. Ignorance was bliss, but it's being dumb to the truth. Literally. But guys, this has been an interesting topic. I do apologize for anyone that watches this video because there's a lot of rambling on. I do apologize. My videos are lately becoming like that. I do apologize, guys. Hopefully someone gets a message from this video. I might do a witchcraft video next time because I get comments on that as well. I'm not a witch, guys, but maybe that's a topic that needs to get covered in terms of godly people, witchcraft and stuff like that. We might need to cover that. That's going to be a huge one, I think. Hopefully it's a huge one. Get comments on that one. I'm trying to deliver topics now that people keep talking to me about, because obviously I can't keep answering the questions, so I just feel like I have to do the video. I don't know when I'll do that video. Damn, I might have to do it. Should I do it on Sabbath? I feel like I should do it on a Sunday. I don't know. It won't be a long video. Or could I do the video tonight? Maybe I could do it tonight if I have time. I could do the video tonight. Yeah, because obviously that plays in part of generation curses, because if people are doing witchcraft in your family, right, it's going to put you all in a curse, right? Remember, with families, you guys are all connected, right? Unfortunately, you're all connected as a family. What one person does, it affects the whole family tree, right? I think people don't realize that when you sin, it falls onto your children. Yeah, you get the curses from your parents, if anyone doesn't know that. Guys, it's so real out here. It's so real. It's just like, I don't think people realise God has set rules for us to follow, and unfortunately we like to be rebellious, we like to not follow it, and then we suffer the consequences. Unfortunately, this is the problem. We suffer the consequences because we feel like we want to live how we want to live, we want to marry who we want to marry, we want to do whatever with whoever. Breaking the curses starts with acknowledgement of the previous ones, yes, but unfortunately, as I said, families don't always talk about the curses, so you have to kind of figure out for yourself. I'm really dying. I'm very frustrated. I'm scared. Tim, we don't need this right now. We really don't need this right now. But guys, let me read out the top fans and then I'm leaving, okay? Let me read out the top fans because I need to cook now. Number 1 is AP. Number 2 is T. Well done. Number 3 is Alison. Number 4 is Arlo. Number 5 is Tyler. Number 6 is Estefan. Number 7 is Child of the X-Man. Number 8 is Tim. Tim, you're number 8. Number 9 is Jack Wilford. Number 10 is Play All Day. Number 11 is preparing for the New Jerusalem. Number 12 is latest. And number 13 is Ibrahim. And number 14 is Luke. So, yeah. Even though I'll put you on timeout, Tim, you're at number 8. That's why we pray for protections, guidance, and knowledge. Laugh out loud, it's Kenny. Hey, Kenny. Yes, that's where you have to pray for those things, definitely. You have to pray for protection, guidance, and knowledge. We need those things. God protects us, especially if we choose Him all the time. All right, guys. Tim is watching from the bushes. Hey, Tim. Yeah, Tim is here. I feel like Tim was here the whole time. Yeah, so Tim, you had your moment to shine again on my live when I'm trying to talk about an important topic that is helping people. You decide to show up and roast me once before. So guys, I'll see you all. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know. I can't promise I might try and do another live again tonight. I don't know. I'll try my best. Praise for you, Tim. Yeah, praise for Tim. Because it's not good being a baddie. Okay. Right, guys, please take care. Anyone that is suffering through generation curses, just stay strong. Just know that God protects you. Just be really strong in God. Unfortunately, you have to fight a lot of devils now because your family, what's the word? You know, you got the devil, your family's fell underneath the devil, right? And the devil's conquered, right? So he's going to throw those things at you and he's waiting for you to give in, right? So it becomes a battle. You're dealing with all the curses. Unfortunately. See you, T. I like it, but I'm so sorry. I was cheeky to you. I'm dying. Please. How do I respond to that, guys? How do I respond to that, guys? Somebody is in the word. Even your family will be your enemies. Yes, they have to be your enemies because obviously the demons are working through them to keep you in the curse. Either you stay in the curse or you break out. Either way, it's not going to be easy. Staying in your comfort zone is not the best. Hi, Arlo. I am actually leaving now, guys. Well, if you are dying, Tim, we're doing prayers for you anyway, regardless. Well, I've already done my prayer. So hopefully other people on this live do their prayers. Guys, I probably sound like a heartless cow, but I'm really not. Guys, I do have to go. I'm so sorry, Arlo. Yeah, I do have to go, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Anyone that's dealing with generation curses, please stay strong. If you do have any questions on the topic, drop them in the comment section below. Pro season. What does that mean? Good night, Arlo. I do need to make my dinner now, guys. It's so late. It's after 10. It's way after 10 p.m. I need to eat. Yeah, so see you guys. Thank you for the hearts. Mwah. Bye, guys. Take care. Stay blessed to AP. RC, pray without stopping. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for teaching me that. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Mwah. Blessed. I'm reading the comments because you guys will still write even if I'm leaving. 1 second. Thank you for the hearts. Blessings to you as well, Chado X-Man. See you guys. I have to leave, guys. Ciao. Right, I'm going now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm out.